Alright, the live stream should be starting up soon. Please give it a moment to make sure everything's set on up.
Sega.
Okay, YouTube is going. Looks like Twitter is going. Kick is going. Twitch is going. Let me pull up the Rumble, because those live chats are not always not visible with the chat box. Over here, yep, everything's good to go. And let me go ahead and check my other computer. Please give me one more moment. Looks like everything is good to go. There was a replay that was submitted into me. Let's see. I believe it was this one right here. Double check. I will do that one second, but I'm just now a little bit paranoid. Let's see, it was on Angerville Farm. So this is Angerville. Specify name, but I believe this one is it. Because I remember downloading this one off of Games Replay before I started today. Nope, let's go ahead and do this one here. And then we'll do the replay that was submitted to me, in which I need to make sure that it's over here. Sorry, making small adjustments. Sorry, making another small adjustment. Saving the preview on OBS does help out some resources, since this is probably a 32-bit game, only a single processor cores, and so gotta make sure that single processor is at minimal usage. So I think everything is good to go. So let's go ahead and get started. Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Company Heroes 1 replay. Spawn on the south side as the Wehrmacht forces. We have Contador. Spawn on the north side as the British forces. We have Maximus Milo Surdri. Probably butchered that name. Let's switch over the British forces for the time being, since there's a bit more variety of build openers, which is into Bren Carrier and to backup. Over here, we've got Pioneers captured at this point there. He may go for extra Pioneers to get out a lot of capping pressure, in which, since his opponent only has a Scope Rifle Squad for capping, he can capture a significant portion of the map. Being which, yet more Pioneers been put on the field. It looks like he's just eyeing for 4 Pioneers the moment. We're likely to see a Wehrmacht quarters. No, he's not going for Wehrmacht quarters. He's skipping Wehrmacht quarters, going straight into Tier 1, probably into half track first. All depends how much fuel he gets. Bren Carrier now advance forward, does immediately withdraw the Pioneer. Very nice. And that is a fuel point, which is important to deny at this moment in time. This fuel point has been captured on up. Scope Rifle Squad advanced forward, and the British HQ is eyeing to secure this sector.
Look sharp.
Munitions sector now being captured up by the Scope Rifle Squad. Over here, we've got this munitions point being captured on up, and this fuel point also being captured on up again. This Pioneer is going to take time to try to recapture the point or get some damage down to the Bren Carrier. Did try to ghost in some tank traps there. We'll see a bit more fire there from the Bren gun. And it is going to soft retreat away, trying to get to the other Pioneer squad. Other Pioneer squad's a little bit idle here. Over here, we do got the Scope Rifle Squad to catch with this munition sector. HQ command truck has deployed in the sector there and deployed out some additional Tommies. Here's some Scope Rifles engaging the Pioneer. Pioneers receiving a bit of damage there, but we'll go ahead and potentially capture some more sectors. Additional Pioneers right here. A lot of these Pioneers are being occupied, which actually is really good for the Brit. Means it's reduced his opponent's capping pressure. His capping pressure is still minimal. He does, of course, get out 2 mission sectors, but not a lot of fuel income at the moment. Just the base 5.
Get ready, crew.
More damage coming out from the Pioneers, getting some damage from the Bren carrier, but we're receiving a bit more damage in return.
Ready to set off.
And do now have another intersection now upon the field. We are going to see another Bren carrier. He may be a lot of mounted blade. The opponent has been captured, which will deny this resources to the Wehrmacht player. Very important indeed. Pioneer squad receiving quite a bit of fire there. Does receive fire from this mounted Bren carrier. And now the Pioneer squad does fall back there. I need to capture this point. It will be securing. It's not currently securing any point resources at the moment, but he may be thinking there's a point in this point captured on up. Pioneers do spot the HQ command truck. Of course, it is very resilient to Pioneer fire, and does spot the fresh Bren carrier, who is actually going for an MMG carrier upgrade.
Area is secured.
Does withdraw both these Pioneers. Scowcraft is pushing pretty far over here, and now we do have the Kriegsbarracks being plotted out. I wonder how much fuel he has at the moment. He has minimal fuel, so he's likely unable to get out a 251 half-track just yet. Bren carrier advancing forward, trying to get some damage there onto these Pioneers. Large number of wounded Pioneers. This one does drop a model there. And this is an MMG carrier, so it's able to report these Pioneers. One Pioneer does get wiped out. Minor loss there. He may want to go for a Pack 38 at this moment in time. He is going for Pack 38. Does not have enough munitions for a Panther, nor does he have the time to get a Panther. Loses another Pioneer. It's down to 4.
The perimeter. Our base is under attack.
Going for additional Pioneer. I won't say 4 is probably fine. He probably does not really need to deploy another Pioneer. But he is going to deploy additional Pioneer. This one's currently unupgraded. Up here, we got this Pioneer getting forced back as well. The Wehrmacht players did a good job capturing this sector, or this region of the map, I should say. But of course, he will need to actually capture the cutoff points now to get those resources and supply. There are 2 points, this point and this fuel point, that will maintain supply for him. It's unlikely he's going to capture this munitions sector. Munition point is being captured on up. We got now the Pack 38 point of view. Iron is set on up. Does camouflage there. I wonder if he spotted it. Now there's a big line of sight blocker there. It'll be hard for that Pack 30 to engage. Pioneers see a bit of fire there. Pioneers may fall back entirely. Pack 38 does camouflage there, so it likely does get spotted. Whoops. Mission sector has been captured up. We got a VP in favor of the Wehrmacht player, so the ticket's slightly counting in his favor. No Grenadier being deployed out just yet. But really, oh no, there is Grenadier. Those use deploy designated marksman there on a Pioneer. Probably would have been better to do that on a Grenadier. Pioneers do fall back. MNG carry advance forward. Pack 38 finds direct hit there. And he does use the pack bug there. Rolls a miss. Good. And does go and force back the Pioneer.
We're losing a sector.
Pack 38 is receiving a bit of fire there. Does soft retreat away. Needs some veterans to get some health regen. But the overall, the intersection here, if you see that not all models were firing, so he was actually down a gun the entire time. Does fall back now. Veterans trying going up. Pioneers trying to stop them. And does force back the Pioneer, no problem. Bren carrier, a little bit damage onto it.
Our forward supply
And got additional Grenadier now advancing on forward. Or no, that's the same Grenadier. He's getting some damage there. He could try getting right next to the slit trench in order to get in himself. But he's taking time to get some serious damage on the slit trench. The trench has been completed. Nothing scares him at the moment. Does get garrison now. Does get a Pioneer load up on in this half track. It'll take a significant amount of time to get rid of that slit trench.
The enemy is seizing our territory.
Grenadier has dropped a pair of models there. It is going to be first by the half track there, but it does drop another mall with the decisive withdrawal. Do now got the Brendan carrier getting repairs on up.
Need any
I wonder if we found something there. Pack 38's way down there, so may have found that.
One of our
251
sectors
half track
is
advancing forward. I just hear one of our snipers. Oh no, sectors.
Reporting.
251 half track has a bit of fire there. Scope rifle squad is moving on to the left. And we'll see a bit of fire there from the half track. Let's get some good suppression there on the scope rifle squad. Over here, the Pioneers capture this munition sector. Over here, we got the Brendan carrier advancing forward. An HQ command truck with field support truck now deploying on the fuel point. He may be eyeing for a Stewart. Nothing else on the build queue at the moment. Does have 2 Grenadiers now. Let's switch over to Brick. Let's see. Going for some sappers. Pioneers now engaging in glorious close range combat. This is a cutoff point towards the left side of the map, so it's denying that fuel income by keeping that area captured. Pioneer now down to 1 mall there. Grenadiers and Pioneers advancing forward as well. Got Pioneers over here as well. Does withdraw, but that's not big withdrawal location. Pack 38 now sieging down the HQ command truck. It is pretty far forward. Pack 38 gains some good damage there. Does have the half truck nearby for reinforcements as well. Damage and crit there. Grenadiers now behind the heavy cover there. May want to throw a defensive grenade. Does throw a good grenade there. Gets a great grenade there. Does withdraw. Of course, it can't withdraw far. And the Brendan squad does go down there. Scope rifle squad now seems to fire. Scope rifle squad does go down as well. 2 massive losses there for the Brit. He has 1 squad of infraction over here, unupgraded. You also have, oh, radio triangulation there. So he has gone for the commando doctrine. More Pack 38 shots there onto the HQ command truck. He is using the pack bug onto it, but the truck can, of course, bounce Pack 38 rounds somehow. And the HQ command truck does go down. Brendan carrier goes down. This one does dismount the sappers. Pioneer quickly focused down. He started getting some great hits down the Pack 38. Does take out the Pack 38. Remounts up with a sapper. Get some good damage across the back line. Needs to fall back. Having trouble moving around. Grenadier models are body blocking it. And now the Brendan carrier is going to get gunned down there. Sapper does dismount and fall back. Intersection engaging heavy cover there, but without the HQ command truck, he will have trouble deploying out anything else. HQ command truck has been redeployed. Needs a bit more. He's set up on another sector. Setting on this munitions sector right around here, maybe a bit safe, but still pretty far forward, especially seeing how he's about to get overrun. Now got the intersection falling back. Does fall back before the HQ command truck sets him up and loses the intersection entirely. Losing every single intersection squad now. At this point in time, he may want to get out some commandos and place his intersections with commandos. Deploy the commando glider back farther. Being able to get additional squads for cheaper. Was the glider's what, 560 manpower? A fresh squad's like 450, maybe 500. I forget the exact amounts.
Jerry's cut forward supply secured sector under attack.
Fresh captain now deployed on the field. HQ command truck has been redeployed on this munition sector back here.
Jerry's cut forward supply lines.
And now the field control support truck is now receiving Pack 38 fire. And I may have hit my microphone. My apologies.
Field support command has been destroyed.
HQ command truck is now down. Lieutenant running around. It's not looking good for the Brit.
Attacking our supply lines.
No contact. Target secure.
The Wehrmacht player could take time to capture the left flank. We got capture in favor of the Brits. He does have more tickets at the moment.
Supply lines are broken. We have a territory cut off from Jerry's
supply.
overrunning one of our sectors.
Fuel point now being captured on up. Radio triangulation, just that one radio at the moment. But trench going up. He does not have a casualty clearing station, so no healing.
The supply lines are broken. We have territory out of supply. Germans have moved on one of our victory locations.
Let's see over here. We do got a Kampfgruppe Center. We do have some panic trucks being pulled on the field.
Supply lines
Sapper
are
has
broken.
put out a slit
Territory-
trench. His opponent has gone for Blitzkrieg, has access to stews, just needed 50 more manpower. Not going for any more any veterancy at the moment. Does have one level of infantry veterancy. Sapper's now engaging from the slit trench.
Taking a victory point.
And now do have the fresh stew deployed on the field.
You ready?
Pioneer squad reports. Replacements have arrived. We've taken munitions.
Stew advances forward, trying to get a shot off somewhere. Lieutenant has maintained inside the slit trench, but his health is pretty low. Does scuttle, does retreat, may still potentially lose Lieutenant. Lieutenant does not go down, got fresh intersection here. Lieutenant's here to support him, but he's also very wounded. Intersection does fall back there. Lieutenant needs to make sure it goes on the far side of the HQ command truck. So as the captain here, may get some Piets out sooner rather than later. I don't think repair staff is not what he needs. Section receiving a bit of fire there, hasn't been able to reinforce. And now it's going to be queuing up the Piets, but his health was so low, he's unable to retreat back to reinforcements. Armor command truck now being pulled out on the field. Grenades been thrown. Another sapper model does go down. He needs to. That's going to be dead squads. Dead upon scuttle. Command truck shots there onto the HQ command truck.
Once shifted, Jerry's overrunning one of our sectors.
And there goes that HQ command truck.
RAF has made glider troop drops available to us.
Fire's now available.
Forward
Does
supply
get a good
line
kill there, and
Jerry's cut
yeah, this
forward
game's
supply
basically
lines.
pretty much over. We pull out the glider now.
Forward OPs reporting a sector is under attack.
We'll soon have enough manpower to bring them some commandos. You may want to stick that glider somewhere.
Seized.
That's noticeable. We'll drop him in a good location there. Could potentially grab himself a Pack 38, and that'll be useful to help protect himself against the stew. Each section's trying to get repaired.
Supply lines
Glider
are
or commandos starting to overrun the Pack 38, but there's too many grenadiers in this region for them to capture that Pack 38.
German
Let's get the Pack 38 captured or
Jerry knocked
decaptured.
out an MG nest.
Throw a grenade somewhere, but I don't. Yeah, he's going down. Finds hits there. Yeah, this game's pretty much over. Got Brent's not being deployed on out. Amano's luck to go down. Yep, and does back the game now. Yeah, relatively short game. It was an expert replay test, so I was curious about it, but either way, this and great saying thank you for watching, and on to next replay. Let's see now. That was this one here, and time for the replay that was submitted into me. Greetings everyone, and Great here, another Company Heroes 1 replay. Spawn on the north side as the US Forces, we have Tibby. Spawn on the south side as the Panzer Elite, we have Lexi Hartmann. We do also have their more relatively rare Schimwagen, Type 128. Let's see now, will we be going for another Schimwagen or going for Panzer Grenadiers? Probably Panzer Grenadiers, or Panzer Grenadier into Schimwagen, so he's eyeing for multiple Schimwagens. Will we see something involving like not armor, tank hunter, deploy out landmines? US player core supplies up barracks, likely a rifleman or jeep on the build queue. Mine drop ability, so that is tank hunter. Pretty sure that's tank hunter. Yeah. That's definitely Tank Hunter. So we do now have a relatively rare Schimwagen with access to landmines at this moment in time. Hopefully, and he does have sort of 50 munitions, so that is enough for a landmine. I've seen somebody rush the Schimwagen into another map, onto a lay down landmine on a road, and immediately sniped a Jeep.
Squad ready.
Pack abuse. There is a bug in the game where if you have the pack fire, then quickly pick it up and redeploy it, it will be able to fire almost immediately, thus increasing the rate of fire. It is a bug, and it is considered abuse.
Don't rock the boat. Grenadiers, ready for action.
We do not have this engineer's advancing on forward. Schimwagen is capturing up the fuel point behind the hedge, and this Schimwagen is eyeing for a landmine there. Very, very nice.
Built for heavy combat. We are
We
ready.
do now have the engineers getting some damage on the Schimwagen. The rifleman now pushing forward, getting some damage there on the Schimwagen as well. Trying to run away, does see a damage engine crit there, so it may go down, will go down.
The enemy has
Good
destroyed
little
one
pick
of
there by the
Kampfgrupp's
US player.
vehicles.
Panzer is advancing on forward. Rifleman squad advancing forward. Panzer Grenadiers will likely be overran by these riflemen. Over here, we've got this Panzer Grenadier squad advancing along the flank. This Panzer Grenadier is eyeing inside the garrison. There are 2 windows inside, so that is a okay defensive point there for the Panzer Grenadier. Jeep does spot the Panzer Grenadiers, and these ones do fall back. You could try luring the Jeep over this landmine to pick it off. And also got some more Panzer Grenadiers being deployed on out. Engineers will be captured at this fuel point now. Riflemen are also aiding them. On the left side, the Schimwagen is doing a good job capturing up the left flank. He does get the cutoff point as well, going for the fuel point and now for the munition points.
We are losing a sector.
Munitions point over here is now being decaptured.
Defensive operations have been upgraded.
And how do you guys defensive operations upgrade? Rifle squad pushes their way forward, trying to get some damage down the Panzer Grenadiers. This Panzer Grenadier is seeing some much needed health benefits. This Panzer Grenadier does get inside of the garrison. No additional structures just yet for the Panzer Elite player. We do have the rifleman now eyeing for this fuel point and will find a landmine. And that will clue his opponent in on what his opponent's gone for. Now he knows his opponent's gone for Tank Hunter. He knows the Schimwagens. Panzer Grenadier and Schimwagen now eyeing for this munitions point. That is a good sector. He hasn't got his safe sectors there. Panzer Grenadier is now engaging this rifleman squad. Could use the carcass there as cover. Could also use a Burgundy to reclaim that carcass. Panzer Grenadier is inside this garrison as well. This Panzer Grenadier see a bit of fire. Looks like this window, this garrison is firing at full capacity. He could actually throw another squad in there to get more windows firing as well. Panzer Grenadiers pushing way forward. Time for this heavy covers once again.
Grenades.
Incendiary grenades being deployed out on the field. A little bit, most times you see that being deployed out early when you're fighting against Brits to deal with the slit trench. But in this case, he has gone for early incendiary grenades. Rifleman and Panzer Grenadiers engaging at range. We do got this Rifleman squad getting some good damage there on this Panzer Grenadier. It's making a soft retreat away. So now this Rifleman squad does overrun the Panzer Grenadiers as the Jeep is starting to advance forward as well. Landmine center map has not been detected. Has the US player gone for a
We are losing ground.
minesweeper just yet? Does dodge the incendiary grenade for the most part. The US player is gone for flamer, but not for minesweeper. No minesweeper on the build queue either. Schimwagen move driving around. And the Jeep does find the landmine there. Very nice pick.
Post report we are losing a sector.
Panzer Panzer Grenadiers is good damage on these riflemen. Engineer squad does fall back there. Incendiary grenade has connect. And it's another Panzer Grenadier squad pushing it forward. Of course, you can't really wire off this region just yet until you get, I suppose, tank cutters, so you simply can't. Luftwaffe ground forces, of course, can. And so's, Scorched Earth, but tank cutter cannot block off that side.
Our front lines are collapsing.
Rifle squad has the
Rifleman squad is inside the garrison, full health. We've got this Panzer Grenadier eyeing to capture the right flank, and as well as these other points. Flaming Engineer does see a bit of fire there.
fast as we're getting them.
Oh, he also deployed a landmine there, so that +2 wasn't the squad losing a model, but was actually a landmine being built by the US player. Very nice. You're welcome.
One less point for the fucking Huns.
VP has been captured on up. We've got the rifleman squad capturing this munition sector. Overall, looks like better control by the US player, but it's actually still pretty even. Just slightly in favor of the US player. Plus, the Panzer player is not captured these safe sectors either. But he is missing out a bit of resources there. The Schimmenwagen could perhaps captured on up. We now have Triage Center and the Supply Yard going on up.
Supply yard is now in action.
Now got the Panzer Grenadier and the Rifleman squad engaging. Of course, we got all three models firing. One through this side, the other two for that side. While on this side, the Rifleman only had that one window. Rifleman squad does get out of the garrison there and does full withdrawal. Schimmenwagen may find the landmine there. Does deploy out another landmine himself. Does find the landmine. I wonder if he actually realized he found the landmine.
That's it. Construction
Losing
finished.
ground out
And
there.
now we got the mortar pool has been deployed on the field.
We hold the initiative. At this rate, we'll be taking Berlin by Christmas.
Landmine has been detonated by the Panzer Grenadiers. He did not realize he found that landmine. And this Panzer Grenadier squad is going to be overran. He does have some buddies nearby. Schimmenwagen trying to knock around these forces. This Panzer Grenadier squad does fall back. This one's going to see a bit of fire there. Does have a Panzer squad here.
Supply line.
His Panzer Grenadier squad does fall back. So does the Tank Buster squad. He does have healing back home, so retreating back early before he drops any models will preserve his manpower. And he does get the cutoff point there, denying all the resources on the left side of the map for a short amount of time. Rifleman squad even capturing up these safe sectors.
Point captured.
Rifle squad is being engaged.
We do have a forward HQ now pulled up with the Panzer League player. Engineers find the landmine that will force them back. He does have triage center to get them healed on up. Panzer Grenadiers getting some much needed healing here.
We are losing a
That
sector.
Rifleman squad does get forced back. We do have a VP captured in favor of the US player. The Panzer League player has dropped a number of tickets.
Greyhound, ready to fight.
You're welcome. Sorry, I just saw a couple more YouTube comments. So you have to move the pack between shots, more or less just pack it up, not necessarily move it. If you were to let it fire and simply pack it up, since it's a how to put it, an action, it does setup and deployment does take time. That is a mechanic of the game. It does not keep a shot's the reload animation and the cooldown in between shots if you pack it up and redeploy it. Tank Buster does see a bit of fire there. It does have 2 Tank Busters deployed on the field. Make that right now 6 Panzer Grenadiers now deployed on the field. Panzer's now rolls a miss there. Got these 2 Panzer Grenadiers here. Greyhound deployed on the field. Panzer's going to be very useful for him. He does also have the 50 cal deployed out, and the Panzer squad does fall back. This Panzer Grenadier squad needs to fall back as well. He's a bit too much damage so far. Does fall back. May drop a model or 2. Panzer does roll a miss there. Does have some Incendiary grenades, and plus there's this landmine here, which the engineer's about ready to find. Does get a good hit there. Could throw the Incendiary grenade on top of these guys who are currently not moving all too well. Though he's actually a little bit low munitions. Nope, not your mother. We do now have the rifleman now moving back to the left side. He's trying to recapture up this cutoff point now. Shrimmerwagen
We are losing
captured up
a
the fuel
sector.
point and the munitions point now. And Pentagon is now eyeing for the right side of the map. Over here, Pentagon is push way forward, trying to get some damage on in. Does find direct hit there on the rifleman. Pentagon do drop another model there. And the Shimmerwagen does back off before it gets overran by all the riflemen. We of course have the mortar half track now plotted field. I'm to hit these groups of riflemen. Let's see, he's firing over rounds over here. Sound like an incendiary round. I don't know why it sounds like that. Oh, here, rifle squad pushes forward, trying to overrun the mortar half track. And Tinker squad will escape on out there. Black Irving now firing away. Tank Buster lining up shot there on the Greyhound, gets a good hit. Rifle squad's not going to see some hits there from the mortar half track.
Enemy fire.
When that round lands, could be very deadly or a complete whiff. It was a complete whiff. We got G43 squad over here, as well as a regular Pentagon. They could use a bit of healing there from the HQ. And the US player has pulled out some bars. The green Pentagon player doesn't have a whole lot of resources stored up, nor deployed out. The US player does have not a lot of the resources either, but has still an unknown doctrine selected, if a doctrine's even been selected so far. Pentagon is trying to gauge these for rifle squad. One of them does fall back there. Pentagon squad falls back, and so do all the riflemen. Does get a small hit there. Pentagon Deers getting some much needed healing from this forward HQ. Entry squad trying to fly hit there. Greyhound's been repaired up quite nicely. We now have Veteran Suit 1 the Greyhound. Mortar raining on in. This could wipe out the engineer. Or hit the rifleman side of the squad inside the garrison, doing some severe damage to him. Patrick does get another hit there on the Greyhound. Greyhound's down to minimal health. And of course the game some randomly alt tabs. I don't know why it does that. Pioneers and Rifleman Squad now trying to get these Pentagoners not getting healed up, or he is getting healed up. And Pentagon Squad will need to fall back there. More mortars raining on him, but there's nothing right there. Gets a great hit there onto that Rifleman Squad.
Enemy unit.
And Greyhound
You're losing
does
the
take
sector.
out the Panzergrenadier. Do have some landmines put over here. Looks like it is a Greyhound landmine. Do have this Rifleman Squad. They could find the Greyhound landmine. And it's going to fight from heavy cover there. Do have now the Inkbuster Squad receiving healing. Mortar half track lining up a shot onto the Rifleman. Fresh AT gun not pulling field. Mortar half track. Looks like got a hit there on the Rifleman. And nothing up here at the moment. We do got a neutral capture at the moment. This could be captured up by either player. He has two mortar half tracks deployed on the field. And now do have a US sniper deployed on the field. Still unknown doctrine just yet. We'll have soon to be 4 command points. Over here is opponent. No visible ability just yet, but we know he has gone for Tank Hunter.
Available for assignment.
Veteran Sergeant has been researched. Now got these rifle squads straight forward. He does get them spotted. Tank Buster Squad could get a shot there on the Greyhound. There is a landmine here, which could be detonated by the Greyhound. Does fall back nice and early. Does avoid that landmine for the time being. And And the Panzer Grenadier squad does fall back there. I did hear a detonation there. The Greyhound does spot that landmine. Was that a full Teller mine? Or was that a Schimwagen mine? Because it did do quite a bit of damage there. Landmine here may have been discovered as well. Rifle squads pushing forward. He passes inside the garrison. We got a lot of rifle squads here. This is the perfect time to do mortar half-track barrage. There's the mortar half-tracks right there. Good try suppressing pinning one. Does spot the US sniper. They're used to get some reinforcement. This Panzer Grenadier is falling back. Takebuster squad can see quite a bit of damage here. Does get flinched a little bit. D43 squad does get inside the garrison, stopping the capture. Sniper does get a shot down the Takebuster squad. More Panzer Grenadiers pushing forward. Throw a incendiary grenade inside this garrison. He's good damage there. Mortar's not really hitting all too well. Did the sniper go down? No, the sniper's right there. And more of these mortars are running on in. Sniper getting its 4th kill relatively soon. Having trouble live shot there. Frag grenade thrown. Another frag grenade thrown. He does force back these squads. Let's get a good kill there. Oh wait. Okay, that's Teller mine, not Panzer Elite landmine. I thought we were going to see another sniper and landmine. This happened too often, in my opinion. And the mortar does find a crit there onto the M8 Greyhound. Does use suppressive fire there. The mortar half-track needs to fall back. Of course, it does not have Damon Engine just yet, so it should be able to run away. Rolls a miss there. T43 squad, Panzer squads. He could use suppressive fire in both of these engineers, but he's actually low on missions. Both flame engineers do fall back. Does throw an incendiary grenade there, burning himself out quite a bit. Needs to get that Pink Panzer squad reinforced. May get exploded by grenade. Does get reinforced time. Does fall back. Mortars are raining on in. He must have queued up a lot of abilities when I saw the amount of missions he had at the moment. And the US player does fall back with everything here. Snipers on the region. Greyhound still has damage engine. Oh, and this landmine was destroyed. Wait. The AT gun went down to the Teller mine. He had an AT gun, right? He had to be an AT gun. That looks like an AT gun to me. So, I'm not sure that's a good or bad thing for the US player, detonating with that over the Greyhound, but it does find the Teller mine.
The indomitable Hetzer tank is now available.
And now does have Hetzers eventually be available, just need a bit more manpower.
Upgraded unit ready.
Let's get a good hit there. Gets another damage and crit there. German Wagen received a bit of fire there from these riflemen. And now we do have a fresh 2-2 now pull on the field. Panzer does connect on the Greyhound. Got these Panzer Grenadiers advancing on forward. And the Panzer Grenadiers just see a bit of fire there. Another Panzer squad advances forward, trying to find a shot. Sniper does kill the Panzer Schrecker. What's the term for the person carrying a Panzer Schreck?
We have been provided with advanced repair capabilities.
Advanced repairs available. Supply yard has no upgrades at the moment. US player still appears not to select the doctrine. He has a good good reserve of munitions. So, any of the doctrines are good for US player to spend munitions on. Airborne has a lot of powerful anti-infantry abilities, while off-high power shoots always quite nice. And the armor company, probably not armor company, since he does not really have assets to recover and repair. Supply yard now being upgraded. He does need to capture some more sectors. He has very little map control, and as well as being at pop cap, though all of his squads are reinforced.
Win this war by standing around. We got contact.
Our front line.
Panzer Grenadiers engaging the rifleman squad.
The enemy is down to 300 points. We have territory out of supply.
AT gun pushes way forward. Does receive a small hit there. Panzer Grenadiers receive a bit of fire. Rifleman squad pushes way forward. Does get a couple good hits there on AT gun. Does the correct. Rifleman squad's now trying to overrun. Does force back the G43 squad. Panzer squads does destroy the AT gun entirely, and they fall back. Very, very good play there by the Panzer Lead player. Don't see any more landmines in this region. Incendiary mortar does rain on in. Does roll a miss. Does singe some of these squads that are advancing on through. 2-2. See a bit of fire there. Those are mortar half tracks. That's the Schimmelwagen up there. No light half track on the field just yet. And do got a good hit there, suppressing and forcing back these units. Maybe a fresh landmine. That was not to see. Perhaps I can decapture this 4-inch screw there. Does get an AT grenade there. Does not take out the armored car, the 2-2. Needs to not advance with the 2-2. But since he did, he may get the wipe there. Does get the wipe there. Greyhound advancing forward. This Panzer Grenadier squad is severely damaged. May draw some fire there. Does full withdrawal fit. 2-2 still being pursued and does get taken out by the Greyhound. Giving the 2-2 back to Z2. Not 2-2. The Greyhound.
It's too hot. Take it fire.
Panzer pushing forward. Maybe we'll find a shot there in the Greyhound. Does get a shot there in the Greyhound. Engineers kept at this point there. And the Panzer Lead player has to play some excellent Tellermine placeage. Sniper does get a good hit there onto the Think Buster. G43 is pushing forward, trying to overrun the sniper. Maybe overrun the sniper. Let's get some good damage to the sniper. It's going to try to go for the kill. Does use suppressive fire there. Does see a frag grenade and does fall back with both those forces. And the Panzer squad will need to fall back as well. Flamers, Riflemen may be able to capture this VP. There's only mortar half tracks here to stop them, which that is actually a good item to stop them. Does get a incendiary mortar there, cinching these squads as well. As Grenadiers push forward. More mortars ready on it. Engineers trying to decapture this point there. Those are frags. Only gets one model there. This Grenadiers is a little bit damaged. Fresh US sniper to pull on the field. 3+1 still alive at 8 kills. Having a hard time hitting the engineer. Electricity 1 engineer. And does get a small hit there. Does throw a pair of sticky bombs there onto the mortar half track. He may lose it. Does lose it. And the 4HQ does get the capture, but does lose the engineer entirely. Three riflemen, 1 engineer, 2 snipers will remain. So that's 6 command points. Right now his opponent has access to Panthers. US snipers push way forward. We do have the rifleman squad capture this point, and the flame engineers eyeing for the flank. G43 is advancing on forward, trying to get some hits there onto the engineers. Does get inside the garrison time, does fall back out of range of the flamer. Another Schimmelwagen now pulling field, got now 2 US snipers advancing forward. I wonder if he realizes this one still has 0 kills. And that is kill number 1. So he may realize now there's 2 snipers pulling field. Mortar raining on in. Nope, we're raining in pretty far though. Panzer does roll a best there. We do have another landmine here. It's the Teller mine, not the Panzer League mine. And over here, there's the Panzer League mine. Oh yeah, it's only called Panzer League mines for the munitions half track. Schimmelwagen is just called mines. Of course, the Panzer League mine, or the Teller mine, cannot blow up upon infantry, but can only blow up on vehicles, which is quite nice. Another landmine pulled out by the Schimmelwagen. Rifle squad may find it relatively shortly. Looks like it's going to find it relatively shortly. Does get shots there on the Shimmerwagen. May find some other things to hit with that landmine as well. US Rifleman squad almost hit it. And there you go, it does get hit there. Oh, and now you hear airborne being put on the field. What type of airborne are we hearing? It is the supply drops. He does not have strafing run just yet, nor recon run, nor bombing run. And these Panzer Grenadiers are advancing over here, trying to stay away from these riflemen. Still just a teller mine there. The Panzer Elite mine was somewhere. Ah, there it is.
Goddamn.
Flamer squad may find it. Does receive a lot of damage there. Could lose the Flamer squad there. Gets hit down the Rifleman squad there. Save grenade has been thrown. Largely missed. Does fall back nice and early to avoid that frag grenade there. Oh, and one sniper does go down to the 2-2. Blitz up the road. Does find one. Will likely find the other. I don't see a landmine on the tree path. AT gun not setting up to pursue it. It takes out both those snipers. Very, very nice. Does save a shot there from the M1 AT gun getting tied up on that Rifleman squad. And we'll see another shot there going down. But overall, even though it's a little bit of a shame that he lost the 2, it's still good that he killed off 2 snipers. Definitely worth.
We have aerial recon capabilities.
Recon's not available. Soon he'll have access to strafe and run. I'm not sure that's 2 command points, right? And bomber run's like 3 after, or is it 4 after? I honestly can't remember.
57 mil at your service.
We do not have a U.S. mortar there, crewed by riflemen. That's from the supply drops. We also have the 30 cal crewed by riflemen, so that's from both the mortar and the 30 cal comes supply drop. Very nice. The mortar's not going to be really super useful against the Panzer Elite player. Maybe we'll find some random landmines to detonate.
The Axis hold the
But the
initiative.
30 cal will be useful just to deny these Panzer Grenadiers paints forward. Plus, its armor-piercing rounds is able to hit those 22s a little bit more easily. I wonder if you realize that was a landmine being placed there. I wonder if he was paying attention, because that was a pretty quick deployment time. Yep, he's going force fire on the ground, but he's force firing in the wrong location.
Sector being captured.
He could really deploy a landmine there. You see some deploying out a lot of landmines, and it has found some teller mines, so it's probably a good idea
Forces are
to
taking
go.
casualties.
Oh, something got wiped out. This rifle squad inside this garrison. You should really eye deploy out engineer of a minesweeper. It is warranted since his opponent's deploying out a lot of landmines. And since he knows the opponent's gone for tank hunter, they don't really have a doctrinal munitions sink. It's all small stuff like teller mines, landmines, and all that sort. So the Panzer Elite player can be very wasteful with throwing cinder grenades and lay down landmines everywhere, because he's going to have a lot of munitions. Right now, he's been doing a good job of spinning it. He's down to 80. As right now, 5 Panzer Grenadiers deployed on the field. Was that the 4-man squad? Yes, he does have the 4-man squad as well. As a logistics company, Panthers can be called in if he so chooses. Two to two, now getting some damage there onto the rifleman. And now got this. Panzer Grenadiers pushing way forward. Does get the upgrade of the G43. And that is a Wehrmacht, or not Wehrmacht, Panzer Elite landmine there. Does get a nice hit there. Is that another landmine? No, that's the US landmine. We got multiple US landmines deployed over here. Very nice. I always find landmines, they're a bit more entertaining than snipers, in my opinion. Because there's a clear counterplay of using Minesweeper, while snipers you have to be a bit more risky and dive it. Hotchkiss now point field. Sherman-Wagen dies. Hotchkiss now point field. It's another good munition sink for if you go for Tank Hunter. Because, like I mentioned beforehand, you're going to have a lot of spare munitions because there's no powerful one-clicks. You now have these sectors being captured up here. Great field control by the Panzer player. Does have these 2 VPs captured as well. He does have less VPs in the moment, but that can change given enough time. And now do got the Warframe research for the Hotchkiss. Does find another Panzer Elite landmine there. Very nice, getting severe damage. And okay, that is the US landmine there. Sniper is likely not going to find us another landmine just yet. .60mm mortar sitting on up, rifleman squad of bars and flame shooters facing forward. Does get a great hit there with a mortar, very, very nice. 2-2 gains some good damage as well. This is not going well for the US player. Panzer Grenadiers, yeah, and the carcass of the cow, which is not very pleasant. And now the rifleman squad does soft retreat away. We're seeing a bit of fire there, makes one full retreat. We got that telephone pole flying off to the distance and disappears. His planet needs him.
Ready for mission orders.
Now we've got 2 Hotchkiss deployed on the field, very nice. I'm more of a fan of the Panzer IV C of the Hotchkiss. Mortar half track does go down. I'm more of a fan of the Panzer IV C, but the Hotchkiss, I can understand the appeal to it. Sniper does get a good shot there. I hear another airdrop somewhere. Inquisitor's advancing forward does have a second pan strike research. They would get some good destruction there on these support weapons. Breakfront does come forward, does force back these squads. Good force back the Panzer Grenadier. These forces making their advance. We got the Hotchkisses here. Hotchkisses have a deceptively large amount of health, so they can actually withstand quite a beating and defend themselves versus infantry. I think I saw them. Your wagon, was it? I saw some of them. I did download a couple of them. If you want me to take a look at one of them. But if you have any other more particular replays in mind, go ahead and send me a DM on Twitch of a direct link to games replay, and I'll take a look at it tomorrow. How's that sound? We got a bit of damage there, fully immobilized the 2. We do have this Panzer Grenadier engaging. Got some mortars running under this garrison, or something at least. Even incendiary grenade. Panzer Grenadier does fall back there. We do have these Hotchkisses in this region.
We are losing ground. Unit has died in action.
And 222 does go down thanks to being fully immobilized. It's pretty easy to be picked off there. Now the Warframe's now eyeing a barrage. Maybe something over here.
Our supply lines are broken. We have territory out of supply.
Does detonate a landmine there. Very nice. Detonating landmines is actually pretty handy. People mostly think about killing off models, but killing off landmines also can be more important, better than killing off a single model.
Objective secured. Troop ready.
STG squad now deployed on the field. That is squad number... It is the first squad, so he has replaced one of his Panzer Grenadiers with an STG squad. He lost one of the tank busters, actually.
Ready to move, sir. Reinforce the troops. Move.
Rifleman squads making their way down south. Two in this region. Sitting in a crater, but his engine's still fine and his health is fine. Hotchkiss could get some damage over here as well. You have a landmine there. Not Tellermine. May just keep on continuing to call them Wehrmacht landmines because it's basically what it is. Just that it's easier to say that in my mind than saying Tellermine. As we advance forward, you've got Tellermine here is still up and going. We do now have the mortar being received. Does get the Crusader. Strafe run does come forward. Does need a full withdrawal of these guys. Does full withdrawal to them. This guy's not withdrawing at the moment. They received a nasty mortar hit there by the US 60mm mortar. This one may get wiped out, severely low in health. Warping raining on in. One range a little bit off. The other three, I'm not sure where they are going. Or four. And very delayed. Very off.
Reinforcement completed. Form up.
Rifleman squad moving around the flank. K2 engaging. Hotchkiss firing, does get a good hit there on the rifleman. Does get inside the garrison, there's 9 models there. Make that 7. Anti grenade does connect as well. He needs to get out of that garrison, he's getting ripped apart. Anti-grenade is pushing over here, we'll find a lot of support weapons there. It does fall back. That squad is wounded with 4 models remaining, needs a full withdrawal. We do not have an M10 deployed on the field. Hotchkisses could actually get some good damage there. But the Walking Stuka upgrade is again as well. Another strafing run somewhere over here. Looks like trying to save these support weapons. Now there's 2 M10s in the field. The Hotchkisses can defend themselves against 1, but they can't really defend against 2. It doesn't also have the extended barrel upgrade. I'm not sure what it's called onto these guys. And the sniper does get spotted there. Mostly can't be crushed by Hotchkisses. Good to know. And now it does fully withdraw. Finds a shot there. Does take out the sniper there. Hotchkiss just seen a bit of fire. Does get a pen there. Its pens do horrible damage. Headshots do connect. Tellermine. Destroyed engine print. Both of them. May got destroyed from the Hotchkiss. Does get a good kill there. M10 make it a crush here. Does lose him. No, he does not lose model. Does lose both models due to crushes. Hotchkiss would like to go down shortly. I don't think he has AT grenades for research at the moment. He has recruited a second mortar there. What AT guns does to get decrewed. Anti-grenadiers may get corralled and crushed. He got 1 of them crushed, 2 of them crushed. They're throwing themselves in their shreds. And AT gun does go down. He does have 4-man squads, so you could have tried picking that up. This guy, I'm not sure where he's going. We're seeing a bit of fire there from multiple squads. XTG squad seeing a bit of fire there. Hotchkiss now hitting the rear armor of the M10. Of course, I say Hotchkisses can defend themselves, but they're not so great. It does actually focus that one down. Anti-grenadiers do fall back there. Hotchkisses can stand a bit more beating than you would imagine. And their guns, I don't know why. They have a high pen rate, but just really, really low damage. I don't know how else to describe them that. Sticky Bomb does connect onto 222.
The enemy has destroyed a vehicle.
Hotchkisses in large numbers is disturbingly hard to kill with M10s and Hellcats. I have no idea why, other than that's just what I've seen. We got the Pentagram behind some heavy cover there. AT gun does get through once again. And these rifle squads do fall back. A lot of these support weapons are decrewed, but 30 cals on this region does pick himself up a bar. Very nice. And now the Pentagram squad does fall back.
Panzer Grenadiers, ready for orders.
We do now have this flamethrower squad may go down. And flame engineers do fall back. Fresh M10 deployed on the field. How many Hotchkiss on the field? Just the 2. And he has right now 4 Pentagram-Grenadiers. No Pantrax squad. You may want to eye for Pantrax squad or eye for Hetzers or Panthers. On it right now. Has access to all of his doctrinal abilities, including the bomb run. He has recently used the supply drops. He's a little bit low in manpower. He does have supply yard level 2 upgrade. Very good. And this Panzer Grenadier has picked themselves up a Pantrax off the ground. So he may not be able to upgrade himself a Pantrax to a tank plus squad with that. Does find himself an AT gun, very nice. Rifle squad or Pentagon squad does fall back. And 10 skirmishing around. Captured the AT gun, trying to find a shot.
Losing ground.
Here comes the Workmen's from the Hotchkisses. Rolls a bunch of misses there. AT gun now trying to be overran. And 10 trying to pursue the Hotchkiss. Those roll a bounce there, rolls another bounce. I think one item that helps them out with their defending themselves is the long-barreled upgrade. As sleeping damage there. Rifle squad does fall back there. SCG squad's falling back as well. This rifle squad could get wiped out. Yeah, SCG squad's on the retreat path. Let's pick up the captured AT gun there. Does wipe out that rifleman. That 3 rifle squad quickly overran. N10's overrunning the Hotchkiss. I think he just got a full squad wipe there. That was not a retreating squad. Hotchkiss does go down. Rifle squad does fall back. This could be wiped out. There's still a 4-man SCG squad there, but it's not to wipe it out.
Posts report we are losing a sector.
One flamer squad there, receiving a bit of fire there. We do now have the intense push forward. Receiving fire from Pantrax. Single Pantrax squad. Does get one model crushed there. He may just want to fully retreat it. AT gun has been recaptured. Fires a shot against something over here. He might want to get this AT gun over here. And there's a lot of carcasses here. He could deploy out Bergantiga. I know I usually joke around like, oh, you can deploy Bergantiga to get the Kettengrads recovered. But he can use a Bergantiga to recover a Hotchkiss 2-2. This Hotchkiss is... Oh, that's an M10. No, this Hotchkiss is still alive. There's just some carcasses here and there for him to recover. I'm just going to leave it at that. We do not have the Hotchkiss. Same bit of fire there. And one AT gun could rotate around.
Enemy unit.
Does have a Hotchkiss there. I don't think you can recover the Bergantiga. Also, there's another 2-2 carcass there. Does crush the Hotchkiss carcass. One N10 does go down. AT gun still set on up. He's trying to crush the Pantrax singular. 230 cals here. As we should recover a mortar half track. Pantrax does get a good hit there. G43 squad engaging over here. He has plenty of munitions to call in some bomb runs as well. I'm surprised we didn't see any in those base HQ.
We're at 200 points.
Grenades have been thrown. Gets only one model. Pantrax does connect there. Singular Pantrax squad is pushing away forward. May find another shot there. Does not find a shot off. AT gun withdrawing. And we do now have the Yaga Panther ready to go. Maybe famous manpower for it. Strafer does come forward. Try to go for a cheeky squad wipe there. Unsuccessful. And one of the Flak Irvings have gone down as well. He has reinforcing squads, not going straight for the Panther, going for reinforcing squads is probably a good idea. The Panzer player does have more VPs than opponent. And here a sniper shot there as well. Does deploy a telemine there. This Panzer squad does have a bar. Sniper has been found there. Could get overran along with the AT gun. And then trying to engage as well. Strafe around over here. Does pin express squads. He is losing some of these Panzer Grenadiers. He needs to fall back with them. Does get a incendiary grenade off on the 30 cal. Trying to deal with this on the 30 cal. And does fall back now. Did that US sniper go down? Plus I don't hear any music, so we'll swap over to him. The sniper did not go down there. There is Okay, that's a U.S. landmine there, not a Pennsylvania landmine. Flame engineer here. And the garrison's not getting hit. Does fall back nice and early. Now got these Pennsylvanians pushing way forward. Does get some shots there. More supply drops being pulled on out. And the Flamer squad does ban the garrison, does fall back. And it looks like more supply drops being brought on in.
Losing
He's been
ground out there.
capturing up these weapons. He's been struggling a little bit of manpower for most of the game, so probably a good idea not to capture up everything. Though these 30 cals are posing a big problem to the Pens Elite player. He's lost all of his mortar half tracks, so he's having trouble dealing with them. Though, as I mentioned beforehand, there's Burgundy and Carvison carcasses. We do have another 2-2 to deploy on the field. Yeah, there's another 2-2, so there's potentially 3 2-2s in this region, so you could capture up along with this Hotchkiss. Not sure if his mortar half tracks are obtainable anymore. Yep, I don't see any more half track carcasses. SCG squad's moving around the flank. Rifle squad does go a frag grenade there. Gets good damage on one of them. 2-2 advance forward, trying to overrun the sniper. We'll be able to kill off the sniper likely. So I think he went for armor piercing rounds right there. You can see the armor piercing rounds ripping apart the 2-2. Now the M10 will roll and miss there. Does take it out. And the sniper does stay alive.
Rifleman squad, front and center. Taking full on fire here. It's over with, God.
SCG squad now engaging the rifleman. Rifleman squad eyeing for this garrison. The garrison's not very well healthy. That was a pretty bad cinder grenade there. It does call with a strafing run. G43 and Pants Grenadier SCG squad advance forward. Pushes forward back to the rifleman. Yeah, ready to get in there? Oh, no, it's just the M10 speaking. Single Panther Shark squad in that region. Something being pulled out in the Panzer Jaeger command. Another 2-2. Down the middle, a little Panzer Grenadiers. He does still, of course, have one Panther Shark up and going. Doesn't really much more than that against the M10. Though he could try to plant some more landmines. Not sure where the rest of his landmines may have went. There's this teller mine over here. Don't see any more landmines over here.
Squad ready for order.
And there's a US landmine there. There is a teller mine here. Patrick squad trying to pursue this 30 cal.
The enemy is weakening.
Let's set up right there. That's not a good. That's not advanced any farther forward there. SCG squad does fall back. Does manage to avoid the 30 cal fire. Now realizing which angle is fire setting on up. SCG squad still getting sort of stuck there. Sniper gets a shot onto these forces. Don't see any more landmines this region. And Patrick squad does fall back entirely.
We are losing ground.
You could potentially save up a little bit more manpower to get out the Jagdpanther. I hear the 30 cal firing over here, hitting the 2-2. Trying to put down the sniper. He does got a sniper there. You have the Sherman tank now pulled on the field, a very powerful asset. He's maining the eye to get out. The Jagdpanther seems like an ever increasingly good item to hit the Sherman tank and the M10.
The enemy is stealing a victory point from
Does for the Jagdpanther. That's will help him hit those units. And I keep on hitting my microphone. My apologies. Maybe I should just raise up a little bit more so it's a little bit lower to my hands. Incendiary grenade does get thrown there, torching the 30 cal there. Jagdpanther finds a landmine there, which is not good for the Jagdpanther. Sherman tank will find a frontal armor bounce there. Good fire coming in this for Rifleman squad there. He could bring in a bombing run, right? No, he does not have enough munitions. He's been spending a lot of munitions there. Another sticky bomb there onto the Panther. Trying to circle this the Jagdpanther. He could try crewing the AT gun up rather than try the Patrick, but does receive a model drop there. Jagdpanther could engage in melee range. Does get a shot there. Patrick rolls with, fires, gets a hit there. I don't mind at least some more on the flank. Jagdpanther received quite a bit of fire there. Does get some model crushers there on the rifleman. Does get a hit there. Takes out the main gun of the Panther, of the M10. Holding mobilizer does go down. Big waste of a Jagdpanther. And now the Patrick squad does go down. And it's not looking good for the Panzer League player. What is wrong with you? I hate trash talkers. Flame Meteor is pushing me forward, trying to get some damage there on the Panzer Grenadier. Focus on the carcass there, very nice. Want to make sure he doesn't pull out a Burgundy to get that recovered. Though it'll be hard to recover from that location.
Squad, ready for orders.
Go ahead, Commander. We are ready.
Sherman tank may find Telemine there. Does find Telemine. Could have blew up the Panzer Grenadier. Will find one more shot before it escapes on out of there. Rolls a miss, however.
We are ready to go.
Another squad of Panzer Grenadiers deployed on the field.
Grenadiers here. Go ahead for
Does have a
AT
captured
crew.
AT gun here. Very nice. That could be helpful.
The enemy is seizing our territory.
AT gun shot takes a pot shot against the AT gun. Sherman tank now trying to crawl away, trying to avoid any additional damage. US player does have a small reserve of munitions, enough for a strafing run, enough for recon in a strafing run. He could potentially save a little bit more for the bomb run. The AT gun itself has took a bit of damage there. 30 cal starts firing away. Right now the VPs are very, very similar, and soon to be even. Now they're even. Rapid squad does get overran there. 30 cal now firing, suppressing down the Panzer Grenadiers. More Telemines, very nice. As Panzer Grenadier is continuously receiving fire. He may be eyeing for an incendiary grenade on the 30 cal. Or there's also a 30 cal behind the 30 cal to make sure the 30 cal doesn't get flanked. And both these Panzer Grenadiers do fall back. A little bit too many. Holy crap. He's done a good job of recapturing those 30 cals, that's for sure. I think it's a little bit too much, but it's been effective. Been very effective.
Rifles, on me.
Panzer Grenadiers trying to push them forward, trying to stop this riflemen from capture this point. Now there's double capture in favor of the US player.
That should get you back in the war.
Took the objective, and Jerry didn't even notice.
With a triple capture like this game can end very quickly. Panzer Grenadiers has inside the garrison. Over here, we do have the Panzer Grenadier squad pushing forward, trying to eye for a shot on the engineers. Over here, M10, Dutch 1 making his advance. Does force back this squad of Panzer Grenadiers. This squad of Panzer Grenadiers trying to overrun the sniper. Does get a great strafing run there on these Panzer Grenadiers. And does fall back there. Flame Engineers not getting flame burst right there. May want to fall back. There's a upgraded squad as well, rather than the single Panzer squad.
The enemy is down to
And the bolt action
100
rifle will
points.
get the kill there. Panzer Grenadiers trying to push forward, capture the point. Still got triple capture. Nothing really protecting this sector at the moment. 30 cal makes way forward.
We are losing a victory point.
Damn GIs, make me proud.
Sherman tank advance forward. Does save 2 Panzer shots there. Very nice. He does fall back.
Weapons team ready.
Does get some good damage there on that 2-2. Rifle squad get off a sticky bomb there. There is a telemine there, but of course you can't trip your own telemines like that. Sticky bomb has been thrown. SCG squad advancing forward. And he does kill off a gunner there. 2-2 does go down. And now the 30 cal does go down. Engineers receive a bit of fire there. May want to fall back. Does get suppressed and pinned there by a strafing run. Missed the other squad, however. Sherman Pink now gets some good damage there onto the Panzer Grenadier. Rolls a miss.
Stand firm, allies. The battle is ours.
50 tickets remaining. Triple capture pretty solid at the moment. And Flaming Cheers do get 1 level of veterancy. Oh, and that Telemine that's been there for quite some time takes out the Sherman tank.
Losing ground out there.
Another incendiary grenade thrown. The 30 cal's going to just stick it there. This VP has been decaptured.
The enemy is down to 25 points.
Losing them as fast as we're getting them.
Sniper camouflaging around. Did not see the sniper find a landmine. I'm always eager to see a sniper hit a
Losing ground
landmine.
out there.
Grenadiers on to decapture this point now. But right now, the US player has a good reserve of manpower and munitions. Oops, not fog of war. His opponent has plenty of fuel. Trying for another telemine there. The US player could just deploy out mass aircraft and avoid all the telemines in the field. It's fun to counter telemines. Just don't blow out any vehicles for it to blow up. Gets a good grenade there. Even gets someone that's trying to throw an incendiary grenade. Does get a good hit there. The incendiary grenade does fall back nice and early.
The victory location.
Scheiße, the enemy is stealing a victory point from beneath our noses.
And now this point is being decaptured. We do have another Sherman-Wagen deployed on the field. And the Jagdpanther carcass has actually not been destroyed, just severely damaged.
Reinforcements ready for deployment.
Panzer squad again suppressed there, throws in incendiary grenade, but can retreat back this one. Sherman-Wagen does go down. All to that AT gun. Sherman tank has now been redeployed. Capture in favor of the US player, so the VPs will rapidly decrease. Or not so rapidly decrease. Good Sherman-Wagen landmine there. Another incendiary grenade thrown as well.
Our base is under attack.
Sherman tank advancing its way forward. No telemines in this region. Does have a Panzer squad trying to engage.
Yes, welcome to our Schützenturm.
It's a good hit there.
Go ahead with orders.
And the VPs are rapidly decreasing. This Panzer Grenadier is trying to decapture this point, but it's not going to be successful.
The enemy has cut down an infantry unit.
It does go down there, and that is the end of the replay. This end Grid saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Before I get started with the next replay, I just need to make a quick restroom break. 1 moment, please. I'm back. And I actually do want to do over here. There we go. Long story short, I just want to see a little counter, seeing how many people are on Twitch versus YouTube. Let's see now. This one is now complete. Yeah, let's go for a 2v2 now. This one should work fine. Let's see, what times Scorch's name of the replay, which could result in a very long replay. Because Scorched Earth tends to make games go pretty long.
Ready to execute.
Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Company Heroes 1 replay. Spawn on the left side as the Pounds Elite player, or Wagvon? If it's more German sound, so it'll be Vagvon. Probably, I have no idea how to pronounce it. Spawn as his Wehrmacht allies, we have Salo. What's a Salo? I can't even pronounce that name. Spawn as the US Forces, we have Immortal X Heroes Band. I think I got that one right. And as the British Forces are Brutal Hummel. Saying C, that could be potentially that one player has a microphone, the other player's not, and then perhaps in some sort of Discord call. But that's just a guess. And we also got one player lagging out. If he fully lags out of the game, I will back out because I don't feel like casting a 2v1 with an AI ally. Guys, you're basically playing with a handicapped player. AI can do well in a short amount of time since they have that increased amount of manpower and a bit more aggressive at capturing up multiple sectors on the map. But in the long run, they do not do well at all. Hence why I believe Company Heroes 3's campaign sucks, because it's just skirmish over and over again. And in which the AI is not adequate enough for that sort of gameplay. Just rust out trophies and you just win. You know how the G43s engaging the engineer squad, getting some good damage onto them. Deep advancing forward, received no damage just yet. Schimmelwagen now coming forward to support his teammate. Maybe he'll hit the engineers first. They're they're actually prone to being wiped out by the Schimmelwagen. And does manage, yeah, not just yet. Okay, does manage to fall back in time. Jeep now seeing a bit of fire there. Should be able to escape on out of there. Though the Schimmelwagen's doing a great job of playing bumper cars. Slowing down on Jeep a little bit, but the Jeep should be able to escape on out of there with a small amount of health remaining. Rifleman squad now behind a bit of heavy cover there. Got this Scope squad advancing forward. We should probably take a look where the British HQ is at, because that's tend to be a bit important at this moment in time. That is the US player. This is the British player. The British HQ is now on the center of the map right now, eyeing to secure up the munitions point. And he's gone pretty center forward, not backwards, but towards the front. Which can be both either incredibly powerful or really, really bad idea. Because if you get overrun, then you have no place to run to. If you are able to keep the area secure, that can be a powerful hard point. Never in between, now is it? Jeep has been repaired on up, being pushed back out on the front line. We've still got these Panzergrenadiers here. Pioneers repairing up this Schimmelwagen. Panzergrenadier squad does fall back. G43 squad in this region. Now if you do have the Pioneers, I'm to lay down some Dragon Teeth tank traps. I do now have the Keep pushing forward, getting some good damage there onto the Panzergrenadiers. Schimmelwagen getting some bursts there onto the intersection. AC, I'm assuming armor car. And the Panzergrenadier squad may get wiped out. Rifleman did some great damage there. Jeep in pursuit. And no, the Panzergrenadier squad escapes on out there. Though he may be going in deep, he's having trouble accelerating. And he has very little health to accelerate with. And defense crews in the MG42 scores the kill. One light vehicle kill.
Contact German infantry!
More mortars running on. Is there a mortar emplacement? Yes, we do see a mortar emplacement plot on the field. I do hear some small arms fire. Pioneers engines engaging away. Are the Pioneers trapped? You can always cancel this in order to escape on out there, but I think they may be trapped. Nope, they're not trapped. No, you're not trapped when there's a big flamethrower trying to burn you alive. Got, looks like some Volksgrenadiers advancing along the flanks. Got the Pioneers trying to secure the flanks. Both flanks. And now I've got the Panzer Grenadiers getting some good damage there onto the riflemen. And the Sturmwagen, or Kettengrads, is doing a good job in knocking around the riflemen. Some defense. Okay, it looks like the Wehrmacht player is eyeing for defensive doctrine. Very good. So a bit of lag spikes there, so we're just going to have to remember that the US player may be experiencing lag spikes. Bit of a shame, but that's the nature of some games.
German forces are trying to secure one of our sectors.
Panzer Grenadiers capturing that sector. We've got this Panzer Grenadier deploying out some roadblocks. So we've got Scorched Earth and Defense versus an unknown doctrine by the Brit player. He may have enough command points for... Yeah, I can't tell if he spent one or he just hasn't really got a whole lot of command points. He does have rifle grenades on the field. Lieutenant falling on back. Panzer Grenadier seeing a bit of fire there. The Panzer Grenadier squad does fall back now. Over here, Volksgrenadiers engaging the riflemen. Capturing clearing station down below on the field. I heard a landmine detonation somewhere, or maybe just mortar hits. Rifleman squad catching this munitions sector. Capturing clearing station there. It's not necessarily where the retreat point is, but it's in a safe location. The US player can deploy a medic station here in order to get some additional medics to support the Brit to get more casualties. Or he can deploy a medic station in front of it to make it so that the British player supports him getting more casualties. Infantry sections, of course, you need 5 models recovered as opposed to 6 for the riflemen. So it's easier to get more casualties for the Brit, plus the armies are just much more expensive and are just a little bit better. So it is a possibility that the US player can get his teammate a lot of free sections. Maybe if he's a bit more suicidal with his own riflemen. We also got 2 lieutenants in this region, though I'm not sure where the other one is at.
Fucking hell! Sniper!
I see 2 stars here. Wait, now the 0 stars. Does he only have 1 lieutenant? Apparently there's a bit of a bug there where it's showing 2 stars. Or I'm just going crazy. 1 to 2. Probably the latter. Wehrmacht sniper deployed on the field, receiving some of the scope rifle fire. And scope rifle does fall back. Now, I do have 25 pounder being pulled on the field. He's likely going for raw artillery. That's pretty standard in team games for Brits. Does get a couple grenade hits there, doing some small splash damage to the 222. Now got the STG squads advancing on forward. The rifleman squad making their way forward. The catch clearing station could activate to get the rifleman squad some extra health. Mortar in place to see a bit of fire there. Rifle grenades gets a good splash hit there. Scope rifle squad is starting to get overran. Rifleman squad is here to support the Brit, but the scope rifle squad is about to get wiped out. Does save the scope rifle squad there. Mortar placement does go down, however. More good damage coming on those flame engineers. Doesn't get any no models dropped, but his opponent doesn't have a veterancy to get them healed up. If the Panzer player does have base healing, he may want to send them back over there. And I heard something about getting something to arty line for qualified officers, so we do have raw artillery for the Brit. The US player, an unknown doctrine right now, he does have a tank, a motor pool, does pull out an AT gun there, very nice. Here, 25 pounder barrage is raining on in. Barrage in the space. These Flamer Pioneers I mentioned before, and they're very wounded, and they may be soon to be very dead. But it looks like he will miss. Panzer Grenadiers getting some good pin there. We've got 2 Flamer Engineers for the US player.
Enemy unit down.
Ooh. Oh, must went down to an AT gun. Very nice. Volksgrenadier squad does fall back. Panzer Grenadiers region. We do have the Wehrmacht player doing some good work capturing the VP. We have double capture in favor of the Axis players. Over here, these rifleman squads getting some reinforcements on the front line. British forces do fall back. The VP is not being recaptured. You could potentially pull out a vigorous replacement or both replacement to help keep that secured from infantry and other assets. Rifleman squad trying to capture the central VP. We've got these STG squads making their way forward. And the rifle squad here is getting annihilated. Does fully withdraw that squad there. STG's causing some severe problems for the allies. Rifle squad does fall back late. The Brit didn't really focus these guys down. Sniper does get a shot there, falling them back. Does the undeploy, packs up his HQ in order to retreat away these units to his teammates' base. And now the
Enemy unit
35 pounder
down.
may go down. I heard enemy unit went down. Maybe something right there. I'm not sure where. Nope, it was a Shimwagen going down to the AT gun. STGs getting some severe damage there on the howitzer. Rifle grenades could get some friendly fire there, and the base MGs has good suppression there on these squads. Some people got decrewed, like the AT gun. More suppression has come forward. Rifle grenade. Won't get some splash damage there. Next rifle grenade. Rolls a miss. Rifle grenades are really miss or miss. Hardly
Enemy
hit.
unit
Does get a
down.
good wipe there. And taking out these STG squads. Ooh, that's a big loss. Two Wehrmacht snipers spawn in field. 1 11 kills. The other one zeros. Know about one, not about the other.
About time. Rifles here.
Does use the caution clearance station gear to get some healing. Rifleman squad's going to get some healing there. Does receive a sniper shot.
Sniper's got
Another sniper shot there. Now got these two tanks forward. Do now have the Blitz or For the Fatherland being activated. Does fall back to the HQ there. Treehouse Center has been pulled out by the US player, so that's only recently gone up. The teammate couldn't heal from there earlier. Down south, got the US Rifleman squad trying to get reinforced. We do got the US Sniper Paint Support as well. Brent's squad trying to get some damage onto these armored cars. Have a bit of trouble with it up north. We do have the Volksgrenadiers trying to capture the sector there, and then we got the Rifleman squad now engaging the Volksgrenadiers. Down south, we got an STG squad and G43 squad advance forward. Bit of damage there on the 222s.
Enemy unit down.
Nope, and something went down here. Looks like a 250 half track of some sort. Probably mortar half track went down to the AT gun. AT gun that was recruited over there. STG squad does fall back. He could perhaps reverse move towards his teammate's HQ to get reinforced. Rifle squad getting hit significantly.
Objective secured. Rifle squad
Mission sector has been captured on up.
center. Sniper's got a zero
Does leave a couple sniper shots there.
Point is ours. Once they block it down.
Does get a suppression there from the MG42. Does use heroic charge to get these guys forward to do advancing forward. Does get one squad suppressed there. Trying to focus down the MG42. MG42 does full withdrawal. Mortars are raining on in. Does throw a rifle grenade there. Rolls a bit of a miss there. Flamer Pioneers still unvetted, so doesn't get any health regen for the Fatherland. Oh, Volksgrenadiers need some veterancy as well. They're so super wounded.
We're losing them as fast as we're getting them.
These forces push way forward, trying to get some damage on in. Rifle grenades roll wide.
To all units, light vehicles may now advance.
So now we
and
got
capture
Armor Company
territory.
there. He does have tank T-Bow going up as well, so maybe eyeing for some M10s or Hellcats. Let's see now. US player has plenty of munitions in reserve, so plenty for Allied War Machine. Allied War Machine suggests he's going for Fly Piece as well. His teammate has an insane 900 manpower at the moment. He has a good number of squads out in the field as well. Only one sapper, however. No HQ or armor command truck at the moment. Defensive player does have access, of course, to Krieg Spirit. Does have Efficiency 2 infantry. Or Efficiency 1 infantry. Something got wiped out there. Looks like it was a Pioneer that went down. Now I do have a 17 powder being blown out. Very nice. All these ones do get exhausted there. Flame machines push way forward. We'll receive a lot of damage and suppression. Dude's getting some good damage there. Repair engineer, Pioneer does get some good repairs. And these forces are all falling back now.
Pioneers now have access to heavy flak weaponry.
Now the flak idiots can be deployed on the field. Over here we do have just SCGs, 222s, and a mortar half track. What was that? 250/3 is the mortar half track, or is it 250/7? I always forget. They have spotted the 17 pounder now. Going for some roadblocks. And we do also have some booby traps here. Very nice. Now I got a creeping barrage being deployed on the field. Maybe it's getting pretty close. Nope, it's going to miss that bunker there. Maybe before repair bunker. Could be a casualty recovery bunker. Got a bit of damage there onto the 17 pounder there. Good hits there onto the SCG squad. Rifle grenades sometimes really annihilates everything.
Support command structure.
And now these forces are all falling back. Pioneers are falling back as well. There's a lot of British forces pushing way forward. Good hit there onto the roadblock. Got a good number of Pennsylvanians here, but they're a little bit damaged and wounded. The dude's now doing some skirmishing damage. No peaks in this area, so have a bit of trouble versus these 222s. Folks grenades push way forward before the fatherland has been activated. Anthem research has been researched. And it's probably going to go for it. Up north, Volksgrenadiers do fall back, trying to avoid these flamer engineers. Now we've got the SCG squad advancing forward, trying to get some damage on in. Does fall back now. Down south, got the 222s, Pack 38, Veteran C1. Oh, creeping barrage. I'm not sure what just got blown up there. Doesn't look human anymore. I don't see any weapon carcass, so maybe been some Pioneer repair Pioneers. Can't say for sure on top of my head. Could have been the crew from the MG42. PT soon, PT. I don't know why I'm having trouble thinking what PT stands for. Nope, either way, we do got some artillery raining on in. Got the Pack 38 over here, snipers engaging. Nope, I hear some sniper shots somewhere. Mortar half track push way forward with a Pack 38. He has reclaimed his MG42. Very nice. Trying to soft retreat his way to the bunker there for reinforcements. Now we've got Panthers deployed on the field. PT maybe meant Panther battle group. Either way, Panthers pushing way forward. I can't think what the T stands for. Panther tank. Good it there on the infantry section. Rifle squad push way forward. And decent hit there onto the MG42, MG42 is getting annihilated. Rifle grenade gets another model there. The gun itself is almost destroyed. I can't tell if the gun went down or the guy went down. Boom trap has been triggered there, does avoid it. Oh, here, do now have these flamer pioneers trying to stop this rifleman. Rifle squad getting quite burned alive. Multiple models have been burned and then now charging forward. Panther's getting some good hits there, destroyed engine crit there. The two are backing on off. He wants to retarget to the wounded one. And looks like the Allied war machine will get them both recovered there. Unable to sort of just stall it out. Takes out that one there. That's gonna just see a bit of fire. Sending powder getting some good firing some shots there, not getting a whole lot of kills. And now got Hero Charge being activated over here, trying to overrun these snipers. Medic Charge trying to collect themselves a casualty. The Volks Grenadiers do fall back. Panthers now engaging one of them that's already at Efficiency 1. Confused now getting some sporadic damage as well. There's a Piet squad here. Does get a hit there on 2-2. Now got 25 pounds trying to hit those Panthers, but they do avoid it. Mortar half track seeing a bit of fire there. We got these horses getting some sporadic damage. Grenadiers finishing their way forward, trying to get some damage on the riflemen.
Self-propelled artillery pieces can now be commissioned for our troops.
Now Hummels can be brought on in. He is pushing enough manpower for it. As Grenadiers push way forward. Now let's go and start from the bottom, see what more resources everybody has. The Panzer Player does have a bit of resource to work with, manpower and munitions, enough for sector artillery. His teammate does have plenty of manpower, no Pack 38 being pulled out just yet. Volks Grenadiers trying to overrun this captain. Does get some flame burst there onto the AT gun there, and does get a full retreat here. Has plenty of fuel for the rest of the game, and no munitions, some manpower. And of course I had the 2500 selected, so now there's going to be permanent reticles. More permanent reticles now put on the map. The Brit has plenty of manpower still. Does have the armor command truck. May want to set up on a fuel sector at this current rate. We have some observation, or a fuel observation post there.
3rd Battalion's just received access to self-propelled artillery vehicles.
And now a priest can be immediately brought on in. The US player does have a large amount of munitions, has a good amount of M10s. So perhaps eye for a Calliope relatively soon. Get some shots over here. I do hear Warfman half tracks now firing away. We'll get some sporadic damage across the front line. 70 pounders a little bit damaged there. STG squad receive a bit of fire there from these Brits. Mortar does get a decent hit in there.
Engineer squad ready.
And now got good G43 fire there onto the rifleman. Incendiary mortar has been brought in. STG squad advancing on forward. Multiple STG squads, but multiple models are missing. Trying to focus on the Flame Engineer squad. Sniper or STG squad does get forced back there. Sniper's still alive. Sniper's advancing on forward. Does get some good damage there. Not sure if any of the Wehrmacht snipers are still alive, but the US sniper does get a good shot there. G43 squad's now withdrawing. Pair of US medics pushing way forward. I'm pretty sure those are US medics. I don't know if they're British medics. And how's those Wehrmacht snipers doing? They're dead. Maybe to a 25-pounder barrage. Can't say for sure. A ping sniper They know where generally the U.S. snipers are at the moment. Prepare Pioneers to go down. Does find a U.S. landmine there, but only get minimal damage. British forces advancing up north with the lieutenant and captain. Here comes the Calliope barrage, getting some great damage there on the Grenadiers. They do fall back, and one squad gets entirely wiped out.
Review the field of battle with the eye of an eagle.
Has increased vision range now, does have these M10s push way forward, trying to get a good engagement. Panther's fully healed, but can easily get overrun. Pack 38 in the back line. The gun's almost destroyed. Allied war machine's been activated. Phoenix has damage engine crit there. Good damage being brought on in. One M10 does get destroyed. Panthers, one interesting bit of beat there. The spare M10 may get focused down. Rifle squad or infrastructure trying to advance them forward. Main gun destroyed, crit there. Right over on the Hummel. Hummel now seeing a bit of fire there. Hummel does go down. Both M10s have been covered. Does take out the Hummel carcass as well, but will lose these other M10s. Main gun destroyed, crit there, so all the Hummels is nice and safe. And the M10 does go down as well. Not sure where the British infantry went. It's right there. Got some slit trenches here. More 25-pounder barrages now raining on in. YP barrage barraging on in. Does get a good hit there onto some of these Pioneers. And Panther seeing a bit of damage as well.
We have 300 points left.
Clears a breach and get ready to load.
Both the Warfman's down there, Pack 38, 222s. A lot of light vehicles there. The M10s could try charging down there. They have vision of the region. SG squad advancing forward, trying to decapture this central VP. The VPs are in favor of the allies at the moment. Warfman barrage raining on in. US players still lagging a little bit. And this Grenadier squad is receiving a bit of fire as well. Rifle grenade finds some good hits there. That's a command now employed on the field. We do have Knights Cross Soldiers being employed on the field. STG squad does see some sniper fire there. Asking his teammate if he's going for any more AT. He says he's going to go for a Flak 88, which is probably a good idea, but also going to receive a lot of artillery fire. Got two sources of artillery, the 25-pounders and the Calliopes. Perhaps eyeing for engagement along the flank. His teammate has to pull out some of these tank traps here, though it looks like there's still opening. Got a landmine here as well.
You're losing territory.
Rifle squad received a bit of fire there. We've got Calliope barrage raining on in. Looks like not getting damage from these Panthers just yet. It's also a bit hard sometimes to hit stuff that's on top of a hill like this, not a big black backdrop. Now the Warfman barrage raining on in. Does get some damage there on that Rifle squad, but it does escape on out of there. Oh, and the British forces went in deep. Trying to bring artillery barrage there. Looks like there's a vector target there from the captain. The Wehrmacht player does have access to a couple Pioneers. He probably could take time and start repairing up all these structures.
Taking fire.
There's a Firefly there and the command tank to support it. Very nice. Try to focus down some of these roadblocks. Now to have a fresh Flak 88, it's a bit far back, but it will help them protect themselves from the M10 dive. Okay, so it's there on the Dragon's Teeth. Here's some artillery. Is it over here? Yep, they're really trying to hit the Wehrmacht headquarters. US sniper does get forced back from the Knights Crossholders. Speaking of which, the Wehrmacht player, no additional level of veteran seat just yet. M10's now trying to overrun the Knights Crossholders now. Knights Crossholders may just want to fall back. Pack 38 sitting on up, does fall back, all 3 models alive. Panther Squad does not get crushed there by the command tank, but trying to be crushed. A little bit quiet right now. Nobody's really pushing forward. Let's take a quick look at everybody's resources. The Wehrmacht player does have a small amount of manpower, decent reserve munitions, and plenty of fuel for the rest of the game. His teammate has basically no manpower, plenty of munitions for sector artillery, and enough fuel for the rest of the game. The Brit still has an absurd amount of manpower. He has also a good amount of forces out in the field as well. Calliope Barrage not running on in. Really softened up the region.
Secured sector under attack.
But yeah, he does have 69 population out of 77, so that's a lot of population. British artillery running on in, trying to keep back these forces. And the US player does have a small reserve of manpower, an excellent reserve of munitions, and could always use more fuel. British trying to fire it up over here, or not fire it up, heroic charge. And something in here is on the build queue, but needs more population space. There are more artillery running on in. Looks like more creeping barrages. The Wehrmacht HQ is still very damaged. There's a bit more holes than windows now. Another M10 deployed on field. So far he's at 5 M10s, as long as 2 Calliopes. He does have field repair and allied war machine activated, or can be activated. Does get both or one activated now. Mega Destroyer to crit there, out of control. M10 trying to focus on the Flak 88.
Our forces are taking casualties.
Let's get some good hits there. Takes out the Flak 88. Do now the Panthers engage with the short ninja crit there, taking out another one. Allied war machine has not expired. This one's still alive for now. We've also got a Martyr on the field, relatively rare thing to see, but it may be just trying to max out his population cap. Calliope Barrage running on in, the Martyr will receive a significant amount of damage. And it's pushing forward. Wolfman Barrage running on in. And it's trying to gauge, it does force back these infantry units. 2-2 is pushing forward as well. Martyr is dead. Got some AT gunshots there. Panthers have received quite a bit of efficiency, and now the Panthers having a bit of trouble decapturing this point. Got senior grenade here as well. And the Apex losing a bit of fire there. Panther does go down to a Hummel barrage. The AT gun, however, has not been decrewed just yet. More shots over here, rolling some misses. Up north, do have these points being captured on up. Some rocket grenades are being thrown. Knights Crossholders trying to capture this point. The allies do have a significantly more amount of tickets than his opponent. And this guy is going to soft retreat away. Got the M10 down, actually in pursuit. Next, the Wehrmacht player or the Panther player says, 2 Panthers on the field, both of them still quite fitted. Next cross order even fire there. Here, another Calliope barrage running in somewhere. Up here. Nope, way down here, hitting the Volks Grenadiers. A little bit overkill on that squad. His teammate has one Flak 88 deployed in the field. Fresh one. Now we've got field repair being activated. So he took this damage across all of those units, so using field repair to top them off is okay. Especially when you have, what, another 700 more munitions? 750. Activated trying to push forward, does have the 4-man squad research, and ooh, will that person then back out or drop the game? And he looks like he's receiving some significant lag spikes. I haven't seen him get replaced by an AI. He does go and scorch the central point there, trying to stall out the game a little bit longer. But he's receiving some airburst rounds there. Hendrik rolls and miss there, and Knight's Crossroads in the reach as well. And it looks like he has recovered, saying his teammate, we need more AT. And touch forward, one does go down, does use field repair, does use an allied war machine, gets that one recovered. Another one does go out of control there. We've got multiple Flak 88s, I believe, to lower down the field now. Flak 88s trying to get overran, Panthers getting some good hits there. Good hits there, takes another M10. Good hits there. Main got destroyed, so that one's good as dead. That one goes down, and now this next one will go down. Large number of those carcasses actually went down as well, so that the Wehrmacht fire can't salvage them. And I got a Calliope barrage raiding on in, trying to hit that Flak 88, and basically missed every single shot, didn't it? And to still have plenty of health as well. Was there a second more Flak 88s? Yeah, but there's a Flak 88 and an Act 38. We have a Steward here. The center point has been repaired. Airburst around onto the Panther.
Strategic sector.
Get some good hits there.
We're losing a point out there.
Down south, Volks Grenadiers see a bit of fire there from these snipers. Efficiency 2 and 1 kill. 15 kills and 1 kill. More artillery raining on in. Once the trench, this Sacco Squad main one to get out of there. Got airburst rounds raining on in, and neither of these Panther Grenadiers. He has multiple guns in Overwatch stance. Rifle grenades firing away. Something about the Overwatch. Not English, I can say that for sure. Let's see, his teammate does have access to 28cm rocket barrage. If he deploys out a sniper, I would say it's a good idea to pull out a sniper, camouflage forward, and start marking these positions to be obliterated. He does have 3 of them activated for Overwatch.
Pioneers, weapons check.
I think he's saying about the scorching a point there.
Knights cross.
As Crossroads is advancing forward, they're going to receive some Overwatch artillery soon. That one rolls on this there, that one rolling a bit far behind. There's just a lot of Overwatch raining on in. They're having a hard time just staying alive. Lucy's trying to blow out Casual Clearing Station there, trying to get some forward healing. Here comes a Calliope barrage right there, getting some good damage there on these Panthers. They're pretty close. Actually, not as a lot of damage as I just thought they would. Down south, we got the Pack 38. Your snipers, no additional kills so far. Now the Panther Grenadiers are trying to get some repairs along with the repair Pioneers.
Battery ready for fire mission. Heavy fire!
Over here, Grenadiers do get inside the garrison.
Secured sector is under attack.
And now the Brent squad does fall back. We do have 3 M10s push way forward. Here's player does have a small bit of manpower. Does he have the supply yard upgrades? He does have both of them. He's getting some damage there on this rifleman. The Brit still has a large reserve of manpower. Does that pop cap? He may want to be a bit more aggressive, maybe even suicidal at this point.
25-pounder got our
Umo
hands
Barrage
full
trying to
ahead.
hit this 25-pounder, gain some splash damage. Let's get some hits there with the M10s. We all got a Clyde Barrage, gain some good damage there on these Panthers.
Infantry closing in on us.
And more barrages running on in, gain some good damage there onto these nice crossholders. Holy crap, that's a lot of air bursts. I think this. It feels like it's more than just the 3. It feels like there's a 4th one somewhere. There's a 4th one. That will really lock down some of the map. If they can scorch it, that would be great. M10s gave some damage on these Panthers, but the Panthers will win out. Let's activate Allied War Machine. Shooter here would be a good item to prevent the point from being decaptured. That's going to casual clothing station here. Will provide some good health regeneration to these units if he spends a bit of munitions onto them. We got sector artillery now raining in this sector as well. Both of these trenches could receive a bit of fire there if they get spotted.
Kampfgruppe, Hummels are now available for deployment.
He does have 2 Hummels. He does have a Goliath deployed on the field as well. Very nice. Where's the munition half track? There's the vampire. Does force him back right there. He doesn't have to detonate it. He just wants to use that to keep stuff from not capturing. 5 barrage rating on it. Force back those Pentagoners. Those one of them did get wiped out. Bunkwagen's right here. He could push forward to this munition sector, get that munition siphoned off. Goliath has been spotted there for a brief moment. Kazak can just push that squad forward to spot the camouflage Goliath, because he'll likely just get blown up. Intersection now see a bit of fire there from Knight's crossholders. And they get annihilated.
Superiority once again.
Here's some shots over, I think, onto this Panther. And more shots bouncing somewhere onto this Panther here from the safety gun. Rolls a miss there. Rifle squad makes more. They may have sticky bombs available. Very likely at this point in time they do. And it's unable to get off a sticky bomb. Or looks like he will get off sticky bomb there, or not firing off sticky bomb. More Pentagoners now pull on the field. He's down to 2 Pentagoners for the moment. And the Rifle squad does get annihilated. Up north we do have a Stuart pushing forward. May find some shots there in these Warframe half tracks.
Morale is dropping as we hit 100
And more artillery
points.
raining on in. Does take out one of the command tank, and there is now US Pershing on the field. Asking for some smoke. It does have a mortar half track on the field, or maybe not. Not sure it's referred to by smoke then.
Gained.
We do not have the crack support units. His vehicles, he doesn't have any tanks on the field. But right now his crack support units have now using crack cocaine rather than methamphetamines. And now the Flamer Pioneer gets great damage here, takes out one of these sappers inside that slit trench. Nice cross-border trench decap this point there. Looks like artillery being brought on in as well. The Rifle Grenade Squad does get annihilated there. He's braving the fire there. Nice cross-border pulls full back. 2 models there. May still go down. There's a lot of artillery raining in this region. Pentagon is sprinting on forward, trying to scorch the point. And there's a Scorch there as well. The Axemars don't have a lot of BPs at the moment, and that could help them keep this area secure. Does have sector artillery rating on this region. I'm not sure how much munitions he has in reserve. He has enough for one more sector artillery and has good munitions income. Infuse and Panthers push way forward, bit of artillery fire in this region. Funkwagen see a bit of fire as well. And regular Grenadiers push way forward. We get a shot there, purging severely damaged. Warfman gets another good hit there. Panther rolls a pin there, killing off the Panther, or Pershing. Stuart is now going to be next. Stuart was next. And AT got not trying to rotate around to hit the Panther. The Panther is actually still at full health, so actually slightly less at full health, but still has plenty of health to work with. And the Grenadiers have claimed themselves a slip trench there. It's going to be very hard for the Allies to get him out of there. Let's use point that marks him there to pick off one of the models. Funkwagen now push way forward, trying to set up on this munitions sector. Let's see how this goes. Yep, now the 54 munitions. Does have one Panther Strike only upgrade on this Grenadier, able to get some good damage on these M10s. Heard something explosive here, not sure what it was. I think that may just been a carcass. Or, oh, a Calliope went down there. Both Hummels are down the southern flank.
The enemy has struck.
And there's a bit of fire there. As crossbows will get splashed as well by this Calliope barrage. Does fall back. Funkwagen damage to crit there. Does get spotted by the Scope Rifle Squad. Gets a hit there onto the Firefly. This Panther still has plenty of health. Funkwagen does go down. And there goes the Firefly as well.
Against our superior fighting capabilities.
The artillery has expired. Can always call in some more if he so chooses. There's another good hit there as well. Your pair of sniper shots there. Now got a Vet 3 US sniper. This Panther's getting so much of the repairs. Got the Vet 2 Flak 88. Now decrewed Flak 88 instead of the map. Gun itself has plenty of health to work with. Though it's shrinking a little bit. Grenadiers, since they do have the 4-man squad upgrade, they can recruit these weapons. Mortar rating on in. Flak 8 gets good hit there. Damage across both these units. Does use Feudal Care and Analog War Machine. There goes that M10 to the Hummel. Pershing severely damaged. Panther does get the kill there. Though the gun itself, Flak 8, needs to be repaired. The Panther player has plenty of manpower to work with and a little bit over pop cap. And that would decrew the Flak 88, no problem.
Cut down an infantry unit.
The Wehrmacht player does have a bit of missions to work with, plenty of manpower and fuel. The Brit player still has plenty of manpower to work with. Doesn't have the command tank anymore, which is actually a bit of a problem. Does really help out when fighting against Panthers with the Fireflies. And this player has actually spent his reserve of munitions. Does get the M10 and Pershings recovered. A bit of damage up here. Flak 8 does fully get destroyed there. M10 not being pursued by the Panther. Continues trying to get these snipers. And the M10 does go down to artillery. Let's get a balance there. We got now the Hummel firing away, or Priest. More shots or Warfman are raining on in. Get a bit of damage down to this Calliope as well.
Lost.
That goes down to the Sector Artillery. Sector Artillery has now expired. And he is actually out of missions for more Sector Artillery. They need an eye for potentially some observation posts on these munitions points, like this one here. And started booby trap some of these other points. Very nice. He's booby trapping this point as well. The booby point is now booby trapped. Sector artillery is still raiding the sector. Does get a balance there on the Pershing. Pentrick starting to advance on forward. Actually, this is a game's replay. Well, replay that came out relatively soon. It's on the first page of recently submitted. So I just saw your comment. Stuart trying to get some shots there onto the Knight's Cross holders. It's severely damaged. You know how the Panther trying to not engage it. And advance up north. Got the Fireflies pushing forward. Oh, it's an old game that you uploaded? I see. Firefly received a bit of fire there. AT grenade completely whiffs because that's the AT grenades for Pants Elite. These Fireflies are severely damaged. Stuart does go down. The Fireflies can be pursued. And a month is not too old, though. Bit artillery raiding on in. Pershing severely damaged from those Hummels. And tends to force back these Knight's Cross holders. Field repair now activated. But the field repair just expired as well, so the Pershing still needs a lot of repairs. The Fireflies also need a lot of repairs. Hopefully they have sappers and engineers. Hans Grenadiers now eyeing advance up forward, trying to capture this point. Scope Alpha Squad maybe eyeing to use Boyd as a marksman. Nope. The Peasant player says plenty of manpower to work with. And some munitions he's still collecting on up. The Barrel player is basically out of manpower, has plenty of munitions to work with, has Veteran C3 up on everything except for support weapons and support or combat infantry. I'm not sure about tanks, he may not have any efficiency there. Fly IP is raiding on in, he's sporadic damage. The US player has no manpower to work with, actually has now plenty of fuel to work with, and some munitions. While the Brit does a massive reserve of resources. Has one sapper, repair sapper, which is very good. Does take it that one unit out with all those Pentricks. Sprint being very good. Line up a shot there. Having trouble lining up a shot. Rolls a miss there. Rolls a whiff there. Fires a shot. Rolls a miss. And his teammate, does he have any engineers? He does have 2 engineers. Does fall back these forces. Repair sappers taking time to repair up these Fireflies. Nice crossholders trying to capture this point there. Pershing still receiving repairs. Will take a bit of time though. Hummel annihilates the engineers, however. Fuel point has been captured. Let's get a shot there onto the Knight's Crossholders. Knight's Crossholders falling them back. Saying he has his 28cm rockets. The US player is basically out of resources at the moment. The British force still has plenty of resources. Well, best thing the Wehrmacht player can do is pull out a sniper, camouflage it on in to drop it in on top of some 25 pounders. But he's down on the 25 pounder. Another 25 pounder here. And the US players will say I need to pull out some more engineers. As Crossholders trying to capture this point there, out of range of the Flame Engineers. Or, nope, now in range of the Flame Engineers. So we can stay nice and toasty there, but do now this Stuart advancing on forward. More artillery raiding on in. Enough munitions now for sector artillery. Wolfram and Barrage raiding on in. Rolls a miss there onto the M1AT gun. More artillery raiding on in.
They have eliminated the enemy once more.
Does get a shot there. Did the Flackety just bounce off of a Firefly? not know that was possible. Firefly does a good hit there from the Pandatrax. This one does have damage to crit there as well. Got gonna say cancer rounds lining it up. Cancer round. No cancer round. Thought that's gonna be cancer round there. Main got destroyed. Gonna try to drive away now. Taurus is starting to fall back. We do have the Knights Cross Swords advancing forward. And the Pentrax shots will connect up to that Steward.
Destroyed an enemy tank.
Got now this repair sapper receiving a bit of fire there. The HQ command truck could go down. Firefly trying to fire away. And the US player does cast GG. And both allies do. So the claw gonna be backing on relatively soon. And now got 20 centimeter rock barrage and more barrage running on in. As crossovers push way forward, those are going to just stand there and fight.
An enemy unit has fallen
And
to
one
our
person
might.
does back out the game, so it's fast forward even more. Let's see what's going to stand fight. Use the Calliope Barrage there. I think he's just trying to be suicidal right now. Because of the Pershing, and now he backs out the game. More from the barrage rating on gets bits there, take out the Calliope. And that is the end of the game. This end great saying thank you for watching and on to next replay. So right now I'm getting a little bit tired, sorry about that. So that's gonna be my last replay for tonight. So everyone, thank you for watching, have a good evening, and get some good rest.